Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am Franchise Pearson, and welcome to my channel. It is July 2nd of 2024 at 5:22 in the p.m. And it is Tuesday. It is Tuesday. And man, it is going down. When I say going down, there are a flurry of prominent people saying Joe got to go. If y'all didn't check out my video I did during the middle of the day, you need to check it out. Cause I have something that just might come true by July 4th. Democrat governors seek meeting with commander. This dude right here. I say this dude right here. Mr. B. Mr. B all you can be. Mr. BBB. Oh yeah, you got to check out that video. On that video, I hypothesized that on July 4th, he might call it quits from the pressure. Can you spell pressure? It's getting hot in here. Oh yeah, baby. Big time it's getting hot in here. Now, the press secretary, she tried to throw some water on that thing. I say she tried to douse it. But it ain't working, baby. It ain't working. Man, I'm telling you, they hit her hard today. Check this out. Inside Edition. Smacked around. Check it out.
A bad night. It was a bad night. It was a bad night.
One reporter really went there with this question.
Does President Biden have Alzheimer's? Any form of dementia?
It's a no. And I hope you're asking the other guy the same exact question.
The thrilling comes after former Watergate reporter Carl Bernstein revealed Biden's poor performance was no surprise to his friends.
These people who have supported him, campaigned for him, see him often, say that in the last 6 months particularly, there has been a marked incidence of cognitive decline.
News website Axios claims White House aides told them that Biden is dependably engaged for just 6 hours a day, from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Outside those hours, he is more likely to have verbal miscues and become fatigued. That stunning report was seized on by right-wing media figures who say it's evidence the president experiences the phenomenon known as sundowning.
What? Sundowning? Don't let the sun go down on me. And he just saw Elton the other day. Is this contagious here? Come on, man. Sundowning. Did y'all read his application? What they say, he can only work 10 to 4. 10 to 4, that's it. That's all he got going for it? 10 to 4? I got to put that on my website. That's all he worked, 10 to 4. Did y'all know, and I'm going to put that in here, but I'm going to say it earlier. Bear the repeating of it. Joe has spent 40% of his time in the last 3.5 years on vacation. On vacation. That's a fact. And y'all just now admitting that he got, what they call it? Sundowning? Oh, y'all just gonna add to Webster's dictionary, right? Okay, I got it. Anything to kind of smooth it over. But check this out. Somebody went after him today. Check it.
And now to the campaign. Slowly, drip by drip, more Democrats seem to be getting cold feet over President Biden's re-election campaign after that disastrous debate performance. That performance has some wondering if he should even stay in the race, if he's capable of doing the job, as questions grow over whether he's too old to serve. Democratic Senator Pete Welch of Vermont criticized the Biden team in an interview with Semaphore. He said campaign officials have had a dismissive attitude towards people who are raising those questions to them directly. Elizabeth Schulze joins me now from the White House, and political director Rick Klein is here in the studio.
It's on. I'm going to go down the road. Check this out. Representative Doggett then dogged him out. Doggett. President
Biden's widely criticized
criticized debate performance that led to mass panic within the president's own party. For the first time, a sitting Democrat is now publicly calling on the president to quit the race. Congressman Lloyd Doggett of Texas wrote in a news statement, quote, recognizing that unlike Trump, President Biden's first commitment has always been to our country, not himself. I am hopeful that he will make the painful and difficult decision to withdraw. I respectfully call on him to do so. Now, this is happening as brand new CNN polling that was taken after the debate is giving us a fresh look at what voters think about Democrats' chances in November. And the numbers show this, that 75% of Americans think the party's chances would be better if someone else besides Biden were on the ticket. The polling also shows the president's approval rating has sunk to a new low. It is now at just 36%. We're covering this from all angles. We have CNN.
Ain't that deep, y'all? 75% get somebody else instead of him. I told y'all it's about to pop off. Tomorrow, what I said just might happen, could happen. He has a meeting with the governors tomorrow. Tomorrow. And when this avalanche is coming, baby, put in the comment section, put the word in there. If I know you're on board with what I'm talking about. Baby, this dude working 10 to 4. Somebody find his application. That's what I want to know. Somebody find his application. He worked 10 to 4 and been on vacation 40% of the time. I need a job like that. Man, you better stop playing, man. Washington is the place to be. I can see that already. Now check this out. Lloyd Doggett, he called him out. I say he called him out. That's right. We're gonna get to him in a minute. Joe Biden, you in trouble. And he even called him out. Adam Frisch, straight up, going down the road. Sarah Hines from The View, she called him out, said he should resign. It's crazy. Andrew Yang, he called him out. I tell you, it's getting crazy. And this guy from Illinois, he called him out. I don't even know where to start. Let me just go down the road here. Let's go with my man, Adam Frisch.
Is stating the obvious rarely done. It has been apparent to me for some time, and the debates only reinforced it. Neither candidate is fit for president. We need a president that can unite America to realize our nation's unlimited potential. We deserve better. President Biden should withdraw from this race. I thank President Biden for his years of service, but the path ahead requires a new generation of leadership to take our country forward.
I think it's self-explanatory, don't you think so?
Only in
It's self-explanatory. Now let's hit Doggett. Check this out. This just came out within an hour. Lloyd Doggett. Let's get this going here. Skip the ad.
Democratic lawmaker is publicly calling for President Biden to drop out of the presidential race. Congressman Lloyd Doggett of Texas said Biden's debate performance failed to effectively defend the administration's many accomplishments. In a statement, he also said, quote, unlike Trump, President Biden's first commitment has always been to our country, not himself. I am hopeful that he will make the painful and difficult decision to withdraw. I want to go now to Scott McFarland, who has more on this.
Man, I'm telling you, it's going on. It's going on. Now, this is Doggett. Look at his birthday. And it's the only decode I'm going to do. I just want to talk after this. October 6, 1946. Biden is November 20th of 1942. When you put them together, Doggett is October 6th, and Biden is November 20th. The difference is this. 46 months and 22. Between their birthdays, they both older men. I'm going to do it for you again, because look, this is fascinating. Lloyd Doggett is the first one to call him out, the first major politician to call him out. He's born October 6th. Joe is born November 20th. The difference in their birthdays is 46 months and 22. Come on, man, 46? Biden's the 46th president. And you know what 22 is? Let's go back to that. What are the odds, people? That's the only decode I need to do. Was this dude summoned to do this? What's the odds? Y'all know how 22 is. It's in the same family here. 222. Let's go to the original 22. Barack Obama and our pet goat too, sweating the V on his head as the American flag flew in the air that was shredded. Yeah. V is the 22nd letter of the alphabet. Something horrendous was about to happen to America. Why'd they put a cartoon out there like that? And this says 4622. What are the odds that the first major politician, his name is Lloyd Doggett, what a last name, Doggett, come after Joe Biden and their birthdays are literally 46 months, 2 weeks and 2 days apart? I'm not playing. I don't make this stuff up. I just follow my logic. 46 and 22? 22 is the V all day, baby. So yeah, it's right there. And then my man called him out, Adam Frisch. Let's check this out. Oh, I can't play this because this is from The View. But she said it pains her to talk about it, but she said Joe got to go for the betterment of the country. Now listen to this here. This is Andrew Yang. He ran against Trump back in the day. Listen to what he got to say about this.
Aside.
I think the Democrats would lose the House and the Senate as well as the White House if Joe Biden was at the top of the ticket. It's one reason why I believe the right thing for him to do is to step aside for the good of the party and the country. I personally do not want to see Donald Trump return to the White House, and I see that as essentially a certainty if Joe Biden is the nominee. And many Democrats, again, are drawing the same conclusions based upon the data that's coming out after the debate.
You backed a Democrat, Dean Phillips, against Biden. You
Now let's go to this last one. Now this guy's from Chicago, one of my reps. Okay, it's one of my reps. Mike Quigley, you've been around a long time. Illinois' finest, right? I like his response. He was really political, and it just makes sense how he put this down as to why Joe. He's just building a case without saying. Yet he's speaking to say, hey, Joe, it's best for the party.
Let me put it in this perspective. If I were to talk to the president today, I would advise him that the decision he has to make now is clearly only his. And as much as I greatly respect him and appreciate the extraordinary job, I think his 4 years are, one of the great presidencies of our lifetime. But I think he has to be honest with himself. This is a decision he's going to have to make. He clearly has to understand. I think what you're getting to here is that his decision not only impacts who's going to serve in the White House the next 4 years, but who's going to serve in the Senate, who's going to serve in the House, and it will have implications for decades to come.
It sounds like
Implications for decades to come. Now, why I got this on my man, let me just say this. Again, 40% of Joe Biden's time was on vacation. Okay? So if I had to break it down as to why Joe is gonna be up out of here, Joe Biden's photo. I want y'all to look at him. Why I'm discussing here. I give him a little smile. If I had to break this down as to why this avalanche is going to happen, which is starting to break today, and 2 of the maybe 10 videos that I watched over the last couple hours, it said the dam is breaking. It says the dam is breaking. So I said at the end, I'm going to give my perspective. If you spend 40% of your time at a full-time job away from your job, if you spend 40% of your time away from a job, I don't care what it is, you're not running things. Let's just keep it real. We did not send you to the White House to go on vacation. We already knew you was in your senior years. And shame on those who voted for you. It's a risk all day. Need some younger blood. I've always felt that way. Number two, when you ran the campaign from the basement back in the day, you isolated us. Whatever the reason was, you isolated us. And that's what look, we got to keep it real. This man is an isolationist. 40% of his time is not serving us. And he spent his time campaigning from the basement. That's called isolation. I'm going to put it in perspective for you. Okay? Number three, we are tired of just watching a myriad of Joe Bidens. We don't know if we're going to see the bicycle falling down, the stumbling Joe Biden, the fumbling Joe Biden, the lost and confused, or the doubtful look. We don't know what we're going to look at. See, we didn't have 3.5 years of this look. And most of us are not making a decision to say that you got to go based on no one night stand. Okay? Okay? Look, I'm going to give the American people more credit than that. Yeah, you was bad. Oh yeah, Joe, you was bad. But we adults here. It wasn't just a bad day. You was bad. But see, when you put these things that I just laid down previously, we didn't have our fill. You not around. You wasn't around when you was campaigning. And you showing us all these different looks. You telling us you need to go. Because you certainly don't want to be there. You're not there to serve. You're throwing a curve. Matter of fact, you're doing a swerve, baby. Come on, man. Number 4, you sent, or should I, let me scratch that. The Democratic henchmen and henchwomen, well, the bulk of them was in New York. They spent more time over the past year in court going after your opponent. We don't send you to office to do that. That don't need to be your main objective. We know it's crooks on that level. We want to be served. And we don't mind you going after the bad guy if we got something, if we got a bite of the apple ourselves. What do I mean? We not happy with the economy, man. So we in attack mode. We watching you trying to attack somebody, but we being attacked. You not prioritizing stuff, baby. You can't chew bubble gum and do it at the same time. Evidently, you can't do it. You need to go. So you spent more time, that is, the henchmen and henchwomen, mainly from New York, spending more time going after your opponent than they arguably spent dealing with crime, immigration, housing, senior care, homelessness, veteran care, health care costs. Americans are tired, Joe. This back and forth with the 5 Ds. Delay, deny, debate, derail, and then destroy. That's all you doing. Anytime you away 40% of the time, business turns on itself. Either you gonna manage it, it's gonna manage you. You got to go. We tired of these debates between these wedge issues. All this money spent overseas, especially in the Middle East. We tired, man. We got fatigue. We got political fatigue. Because we ain't got no money / honey coming in. We the middle class and lower middle class. We feel like we not represented here, Joe. It didn't come down to just the debate. It's way deeper than that. The critics got it wrong. The analysis, the newsmakers, the last 2-3 days since the debate, they got it wrong. We politically fatigued over you. This was the last straw, baby. That's all we saying. Check the Check is the new hit record we hearing on the radio. Turn it off, man. Turn it off. You've had 3.5 years. 36 years as a senator. You seasoned, baby. You seasoned. You got enough season to put something on the pork chops, the hot dogs, the red beans and rice. Come on, man. You seasoned. And you was 8 years as VP. You should be able to build governments in your sleep. Come on, Joe. When our children look back on your legacy, they're going to blame us. They're going to blame us, Joe, the parents. Not the Democratic parent, not the Republican parent, not the independent parent. The parents, the Americans. They're going to blame us, Joe. For mediocrity. The mediocrity. That's the problem. Mediocrity. That's what you brought. Ray Charles could see that. Speaking of Ray Charles, he had a record. Hit the road, Jack. Baby, it's way past that state. Because you the long, dark winner. Ain't that what you said in the campaign back in the day? You said you the long, dark winner. Kind of fits with that, don't it? The sundowner. Adios, amigo. Comprende?